Welcome to the Stagwell Content Studio. We are live here from CES, and I'm so excited to be joined today by Julie Towns from Pinterest. My name is Robin Fry, and I'm the Chief Growth Officer at Stagwell, and we're going to be talking a little bit about one of my favorite platforms today. Okay. Julie, I'd love for you to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your role and what's going on in the world at Pinterest.
Well, yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. I lead the product marketing org, so I'm the Vice President of Product Marketing and Product Operations at Pinterest. So I have the pleasure of working across both the consumer and advertising sides of the business. My team is deeply involved in setting the product roadmap, owning our global go-to-market strategy, and product operations.
So fun. That's a wonderful
job.
It's fun. So what I think has been really intriguing with Pinterest and just, CES in general, you can't walk 2 feet at CES without hearing about AI. But AI has really been a foundation of Pinterest for quite some time. Can you talk a little bit about what Pinterest is doing with AI right now and anything exciting on the horizon?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first of all, Pinterest has over 482 million monthly active users. And so AI has long been part of the technologies that we've used to have that growth and build a wonderful experience for our consumers. We like to pride ourselves that we are the positive corner of the internet. And so first and foremost, we have always used AI to maintain that status. And so we've built models that help to rapidly detect and remove any sort of harmful content that might, misalign with that mission. Secondly, we've built industry first of its kind technology to improve the diversity of the content across the platform. So we have a whole product and engineering team building inclusive products. We started on this journey with skin tone ranges back in 2018. We then introduced hair pattern search, and just this past year, at the end of last year, we introduced a new first of its kind body type technology where AI is able to detect different shape and form and sizes, specifically of women's bodies, to introduce more diversity in the content that we're showing across the platform. So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we use AI really across our entire personalization, recommendations, and ads business. So AI has helped us to improve the personalization so that every single pinner gets a different set of content tailored to their unique tastes and preferences. We've also more recently started to introduce that into our ads relevance and delivery models to make sure that our ads are just as delightful and relevant as the organic content that consumers are getting access to. And just this past year with the introduction of Gen AI, it's still newer to us, but we're starting to explore ways that we can leverage Gen AI to make ad content more visually stunning. So we have a lot of ad product content from brands and merchants where products are on kind of boring white backgrounds, which really just does not go with the visual first platform that we have. And so we're using Gen AI to up-level the ad creative and ultimately the performance for advertisers.
Wow. Well, and just on behalf of so many women, thank you for all of the stuff that you're doing for diversity and inclusivity. It is really phenomenal. What do you see is the biggest untapped potential for Pinterest with all of this stuff and AI and everything going on? What do you think is that potential?
Well, one thing I'm personally most excited about, and it kind of goes on the realm of personalization, is really the opportunity that Pinterest has to introduce more innovation in the shopping experience. So for many years, the online shopping experience has been about efficiency and quick buying, just finding what you need online and getting it to your door. But we haven't really, touched the surface of how do you make that wonderful experience of shopping in a store or in a mall and delightfully discovering products that you didn't know you were in the market for or wanted, and bring that into an online environment. And I think Pinterest is really uniquely positioned at this intersection of, commerce and content and social, and with new innovations like large language models and generative AI, I actually think we have an opportunity to start to up-level that experience. One example I can share is that we're starting to create new modules throughout the product for shopping in particular. So we have this shop the look module, or we're even using LLMs to dynamically populate individual modules for each pinner based on what they're interested in. So I might see a module about chunky knit sweaters for winter 2024. That label was entirely written by an LLM, and then the content within it is curated for me. All of it is shoppable and linked to different retailers at different price points. And so that's one early example of ways that we're trying to bring that experience online.
That is super exciting. So looking ahead to 2024, we are at CES, which is a lot about trends and the future. Is there anything that's piqued your interest that you kind of have your eye on that you're looking to integrate?
Well, for sure. I mean, one trend that we've seen on Pinterest is the explosive growth of Gen Z really embracing Pinterest as a platform. It's our biggest growing audience. They're growing 20% year over year, and they now make up over 40% of our total audience base. And they're really changing the way that they're using Pinterest compared to other generations, especially in shopping. So what Gen Z tells us is that they love Pinterest because of its positive nature. It's a place where they can...
Safe space.
It's a safe space. They can find themselves and really envision their future life. And so we have really embraced that trend. And we've recently launched new capabilities, a new product called Collages, which is essentially a digital form of mood boarding or manifestation boarding. So the old form of, cutting out images from a magazine and putting them on your, white vision board is now a digital capability we have from AI. And Gen Z has really embraced this new behavior of manifestation and kind of bringing their future goals into the forefront. And so I'm excited to see what they do with it. What we've seen so far is that this content type is more engaging than any other content we have on the platform. So people are saving collages that are primarily being built by Gen Z at a 2 times higher rate than any other pin on the platform. And so I think this idea of curating and envisioning your life and then bringing it into reality is something that we're going to see more of this year.
That is so exciting. Julie, thank you so much for joining us today. We're the biggest fans of the Pinterest platform and just so excited to see what you're going to be doing in 2024. We're cheering for you from the sidelines, and thank you for sharing all of this information today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.